What Rahul Gandhi is saying is that there is evidence to show that attacks on minorities, attacks on SC/STs have increased in the last 9 years of the Modi government. He's saying that before 2014, there were no instances of people being killed in the name of cow protection and Gau Mata. But there are now instances of lynching of people, of minorities, Dalits, etc. What is your response?
I think Rahul Gandhi is always skating on thin ice. His claims are often non-corroborated. They are not based on any facts. They're unsubstantiated. And this is yet another example. I think he goes abroad merely to create, not just to demean his country, but also himself, because he becomes a laughing stock. Now he's comparing Muslims of today to Dalits of the 80s, when we all know that it was Indira Gandhi from 80 to 84, and then post that we know what happened in 84, and then Rajiv Gandhi took over. So either he's saying that his government was responsible for the atrocities on the Dalits, just the same way Modi government is. But if you read the history of communal violence, and if you see the records of the last few years, you will realize that this is far from true. Communal rioting has actually reduced, and there are very, very few riots and people killed on the watch of the central government or any other. There are many factors for this: better law and order, better policing, more social media, people being more active. But the fact of the matter is that the rioting that has taken place, whether it's Malyana or Hashimpura or Nelli massacre and what have you, are huge in number. Look at the Sikh riots. So I don't know why Rahul Gandhi does this, but he demeans himself just as much as he denigrates India every time he opens his mouth and goes abroad.
So, Dr. Ajoy Kumar, the BJP's contention and the central government's contention is, as per NCRB data, the number of communal incidents has come down quite substantially in the last 9 years. They're also asking for an explanation. What do you mean by minorities today are feeling like what Dalits felt in the 1980s? Because for 9 years out of the 10 in the 80s, the Congress was in power. Either Indira Gandhi was Prime Minister or Rajiv Gandhi was Prime Minister.
So, look, either Shazia and I live in a different planet. If she can come and tell us on the national TV that the minorities or the Dalits are not feeling threatened, and let me substantiate by a very simple method. The American the civil liberties movement got rid of the Jim Crow laws. Is there discrimination? Is there more attacks against the black people? The similar situation. And Zakat, the fact is that, look, institutionalized othering of minority community has never happened. Never happened in independent India. What we saw in the inauguration of the parliament was, I told, there is a WhatsApp photo which is true, which showed Pandit Nehru and all Maulana Azad ji and Sardar Patel, all of them in the photo. And this is the photo where the Prime Minister's coronation with the scepter and all that stuff, which Mr. Gandhi correctly said. Is that the democracy we want to look forward to? And we are upset that Mr. Gandhi went and just showed the mirror there. What about the Prime Minister insulting this whole India by doing the kind of activities he does? He lies down in front, he does this, there is nobody, doesn't call the president, he doesn't call the vice president.
What are you saying? Do you even realize what you're saying?
It makes it into some, one sec, let me,
Ajoy,
can I complete?
Shazia,
I didn't interrupt you, so let me complete. Can I, Shazia ji, I don't interrupt, so please don't interrupt me, really request you. Let me complete, thank you. And yeah, thanks Shazia. So my question is very simple. What did Mr. Gandhi say? He said about the government. What is it about attacking the government of India? Is it attacking anybody else? We are attacking the government for his policies. And he correctly said, what did he say? I went on Bharat Jodo Yatra and they tried to stop me. He said that the Prime Minister seems to, if he stands next to God, he can explain, he can explain the universe to him, and correctly so. Because you remember the Prime Minister said that I chose a cloudy day so that the radars cannot detect the aeroplanes. If you remember, the Prime Minister also said to the children of Assam on one of those organized TV show that, oh, climate change is not there. When you're old, you feel cold. So, same thing is people are
No, but Ajoy Kumar, let's stick to the issue at hand. Let's stick to the issue at hand. What the BJP's contention is, show us either data which shows communal incidents have gone up, or that BJP is discriminating against Muslims when it comes to welfare schemes and things like that. They're not discriminatory. Is the contention by the BJP government.
First question, data, first of all. Okay, let's go by government. all the minority scholarship schemes have been abandoned. The central government does data. You can Google it. If anybody is on the TV show, you can ask your research guys to do it. That's secondary. What about the systematic othering of Muslim, the lynching of Muslim, the burning of 2 guys in Haryana, the destruction of 300 odd churches in Manipur?
What lynching?
What are we talking? And then you're saying that one sec, the 2 people who got lynched who were transporting.
Can I come in now? Ajoy, may I be allowed to speak?
One sec, Shazia, let me clarify. The Mantu Manesar, who you guys are,
Ajoy,
made him into some kind of a state.
Ajoy, you said a lot of things, and I would like to take them.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Ajoy,
go ahead.
Ajoy, let me come in. You said many things.
Go ahead.
Okay, about lynchings. I mean, in this country, and it's sad that something like lynching happens. But it's happening to Dalits. It's happening to an Ankit Tyagi. It's happening to people of all castes and religions. And it's not a great thing. But it's not that it's happening all the time. And you have incidents when this has happened, and they have been punished. The law and order remains a state subject. How can you place the blame on Modi ji's door? So how do you make it about Modi? I don't know. 2, if you see the history of communal violence and the rioting that has taken place, you will realize that rioting has actually come down. I mean, it's amazing that how the numbers have fallen, and whether it's Hindus or Muslims, there has been far more protection by the state. So, and if you have so much of hatred and you're creating this fear, you can say it's a subjective thing. People are living in a state of fear.
So
how do you quantify that?
Yeah, let me
how
ask.
Do you quantify that?
Let me ask.
40%.
Yeah.
Last thing. Figures. Last thing. I will not speak after that. The dropout rate, Zaka, for Muslim girls, dropout rate for Muslim girls' education at the primary level and secondary level was 70%. It has actually come down to 30% in the last 9 years, which means 40% more Muslim girls go to schools.
Okay.
If you see the Awas Yojana
fair enough.
of
Let me ask Pawan Verma and Abhijit Majumdar. They've been waiting patiently. One second, Shazia, please.